These are Nina and Niels. They are studying mechanical engineering, and in their lecture on machine elements, they will also cover everything to do with rolling bearings. Niels missed the first lecture, Introduction to Rolling Bearing Technology, because his train was canceled. Nina says, "That's typical. I'll explain what it was about." Nina explains to Niels, the foundation for the rolling bearing was already laid in ancient Egypt around 2500 BC. At that time, people used skids to move heavy loads. Later, rollers were also placed under the skids to replace the sliding movement with a rolling one. Nina also adds, from the 19th century onwards, the increasing popularity of the bicycle had a decisive effect on the demand for rolling bearings. Since people now had to provide propulsion through their own muscle power, the desire for low-friction power transmission finally arose. "The professor totally raved about how versatile rolling bearings are," says Nina. "Nowadays, rolling bearings are installed in almost every area where something moves or rotates. Tiny bearings are used in electric toothbrushes, for example, but rolling bearings can also be found in a large wind turbine." Bearings usually consist of 4 main components: an inner ring, an outer ring, the rolling elements, and a cage. This design allows a movable connection between a housing and an axle or shaft on which the bearings are mounted. The connection allows load to be transmitted and friction to be kept as low as possible. In addition, bearings still absorb axial and/or radial forces during this process. The rolling elements roll between the inner and outer ring, which enables the bearings to rotate. The cage keeps the distance between the rolling elements constant. Rolling elements come in 2 different designs, one in ball form and the other in roller form. The different bearing types are then referred to as ball or roller bearings. The 2 bearing types differ in the contact between the rolling elements and the raceway surface. The contact is on the inner side of the inner and outer rings. In ball bearings, the contact is point-shaped, as the balls can only touch the surface at one point. In roller bearings, this contact is in the form of a line. Thanks to Nina's explanation, Niels has now understood that rolling bearings are really versatile and are used in a wide variety of applications. If you find rolling bearings just as exciting as Nina and Niels, we recommend you take a closer look at the articles here on Bearing Wizard.